Hey, hey, it's Michelle Talbert. That's my South Florida, Miami view. Jamaica's in the house. I saw that, Taj. Cosmetic. Jamaica's in the house. Hey, girl. Hello, hello. Whew, Lord, pray, y'all pray for my hair. Yeah, so good to see you, Taj. Dryer Buzz. How you doing, Yolanda? Mark E. Dorsey, Crystal James, nice to have you. Let me know where you're from. We can do that really quickly because this is a 1 minute scope, right? This is part of our 1 minute scope challenge that we talked about yesterday, where we are looking at our scopes as a way to connect. For those of us who don't do it very frequently, we jump on thinking, I don't have a lot of value to add. North Carolina's in the house. I don't have a lot of value to add, so I don't jump on as much. We're scoping for at least 1 minute. So I know this is going to go over a minute, but yes, Houston, Jersey. But I just wanted to jump on because I do have an idea. An idea did hit me, so I felt, obligated, obviously, because I picked up the challenge and said I would do it. But then, actually, some creativity hit me, and I wanted to jump on and share it. Thanks for the hearts. My name is Michelle Talbert. Hey, VR Chavez. Nice to see you. My name is Michelle Talbert. I'm the host of the Her Power Hustle podcast, where inspiration meets motivation to empower you for the perspiration associated with being a woman entrepreneur. Hey, Sarah Ann Powers. Nice to see you, my Soga sister. So I wanted to jump in to ask you a question about production versus consumption. Hey, Kathy, nice to see you. Resume forward. The question about consumption versus production, right? Because I'm on social media a lot and I consume a lot of social media, and social media plays a big role in my business. But I think sometimes we have to ask ourselves, how much am I producing and how much am I consuming, right? Because realistically, if we are getting on for our business, we need to be about our business, and it's very easy to fall down the rabbit hole of consuming other content and not pushing out enough of our own. Now, of course, there are ways to do it, and Dryer Buzz, thanks for saying that's a great question. Dryer Buzz is a great example because she spends even more time on social media than I do and uses it so eloquently. I mean, I just love the way that Dryer Buzz, so definitely follow her. I mean, because she's traditional media, she's on radio, she is on social media, and she's great. Hi from Mexico. Got you there. Moving on. Yeah, so production is really, really important, and we need to be sure that we're not duping ourselves into thinking that we're producing when really we're consuming. You know, I think that a lot of folks, we tend to feel like, well, I'm interacting with people, so I'm marketing. No, you're not necessarily marketing. Be very clear about when you are producing, when you get onto social media with a purpose, whether you are using Hootsuite, Buffer, Edgar, whatever, to push out your content, right? Thanks for sharing, Taj. I really appreciate that, Jim. You know, when you're getting on social media to share value, but also to sell your products, that's production. Getting on and saying, yes, great, I'm glad you're a producer out of South Carolina. That's awesome. It's really important that when we get on, like what she just did, that was, a moment of production right in the middle of a moment of consumption, because she's hearing this message and she's sharing her perspective. Now, of course, we need to be respectful when we do that, especially when we're jumping on other people's scopes about, promoting ourselves on Facebook and things like that. But don't get caught up in thinking that you are actually producing when you're really consuming. And, so it's really important that you have a vision when you get onto social media, what you're using it for. And you can even say, no need to be sorry. I just wanted to, be sure that folks understand the proper way of using it, because everybody is not equipped, and that's a different 1 minute scope. So like I said, I wanted to be quick. So what I did was I put a link in this scope description. I have created a one-sheet, social media one-sheet that tells you exactly where your audience is. So you can go through the quiz, and at the end of the quiz, it'll tell you, based on who you want to reach, where they are. And so if you go to tinyurl.com/HPHSM quiz, so it's HPH social media quiz, right? Or you can go to herpowerhustle.com/social media quiz. But you can click on the link. I tried to make that easy for you so that you can find out where your market is and be very strategic in reaching them. All right, so that was the 1 minute scope. Does anybody have any questions before I jump off? I did my 1 minute. June is doing hers soon, right? Anybody have any questions for me about social media production versus consumption, you know, getting on and being of value when you're in a group, right? And how that really works when someone asks a question and positioning yourself as an expert to answer that question in a way that is not heavy-handed in the selling, but is heavy-handed in the giving of value. That's production, right? When we get on and we're just sort of willy-nilly and we're liking stuff and, you know, just sort of spouting stuff without a really clear vision, it's really not production. It's more so consumption, you know, for our own benefit, right? That's ego. That's profitability versus popularity, right? I'm trying to not focus on being popular, so I even lost the word. All right, well, I don't see any questions. That was my 1 minute scope, hashtag 1 minute scope. It was great talking with you guys. Consumption versus production is key in our social media age. Head over to tinyurl.com/HPHSM quiz and take the quiz, get your one sheet, and tell me what you think. I'm Michelle Talbert, Her Power Hustle, the podcast, the community. Thanks so much, June, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.